Hola, todos bienvenidos a Genshin Impact en vivo. Entonces, vamos a revisar primero qué tenemos por acá. Tenemos un montón de cosas nuevas. Y ver los que regalan por la actualización y listo. Listo, en la tienda. Tenemos un nuevo vestuario, susurros. Tienda de paquetes, gacha. Mañana lo podemos buscar y acá tenemos 5 que los regalaron. Y acá tenemos 8. Entonces por acá las actualizaciones. Tenemos Sandrone, algunas garchas, gachapones. Y gachapones de estos dos, armas nuevas. Entonces, detalles de la luna, una misión. Resumen de la actualización. Milastra. Bueno, ya. Sí, que Castillo está que joven y joven con Milastra. Sí. Listo. Tenemos la misión del evento. Sí, del evento. Acá, ahora tenemos misión legendaria. Empezamos esta. Misión de la luna. Misión del oráculo de la bruja. Nuevas sensaciones. Nueva música. Y Eden. Bueno, empecemos con nuevas sensaciones. Vamos a probar a Sandrone. Sandrone es un personaje que inflige daño crítico, que permite a las personas del equipo causar reacción superconductor estelar y que puede infligir directamente daño al superconductor estelar con sus habilidades. Al no Sandrone está el equipo, las reacciones de superconductor causadas por los miembros del equipo se transforman en reacciones de superconductor estelar. Esto creará un primario estelar que convertirá la zona cercana a un misterioso campo estelar durante un breve periodo de tiempo. Todas las personas que se encuentran dentro de este campo tendrán un bono daño crío y electro. Cuando un enemigo en el interior de este campo recibe un ataque crío-electro, el campo estelar conservará la energía elemental dispersa para luego dispararla a 4 segundos, aunque incrementará más el bono de daño anteriormente mencionado y aumentará el coeficiente base de la reacción superconductor estelar durante 4 segundos. Además, la red física de los enemigos que se encuentran dentro del campo estrella polar se reducirá. Al ejecutar su ataque cargado, Sandrone invocará una automafagia para bombardear enemigos durante el ataque. No dejará de aumentar cuando alcance el límite sobre escalante y la frecuencia de su ataque se verá reducida. Mientras no se usa ataque cargado, la capacidad de fague disminuirá lentamente. Cuando Sandrone esté en tu equipo por un uso, se centrará en realizar tareas de mantenimiento para fague, lo que la capacidad se reducirá rápidamente. Cuando la capacidad sea inferior a la mitad del valor máximo, fague dejará de sobrecalante y podrá continuar hostigando al enemigo con su inteligencia actual. Al usar la habilidad elemental, Sandrone se sienta en un mecanismo de suspensión de salto táctico que logra el T, rotando alimenta hacia adelante y cierto input. Dispara proyectiles climáticos con dispositivos ciudadanos durante este tiempo. Sandrone también realiza tareas de mantener fague con sigilo, reducir capacidad de crecimiento. Al usar la afinidad definitiva, Sandrone invoca un gran número de cañones de resonancia plasmática que bombardean una plazona así con elegancia. Entonces, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Déjalo pegado. Ya. También lo deja oprimir y empieza. Asocia tus habilidades de mentalidad. Acá. Reacciones Super Restore Electal. Entonces ahora. Ah, ya entendí, pero no va a lanzarse y con esto correr como una loca y listo. Es linda, es re linda. Una robotcita.
Yeah. You can. Emerge. Right now. I'm always watching. Sacred name. Fortune preserver. Life good. Animal test 6308. Absorption test. How tiresome. Let's test my hypothesis. Yeah. Come on, keep on. Right here. Emerge. A sight to behold. Orders. Enhanced animal module 75. How tiresome. What a jerk.
Chévere. O no, más, no es que haga mucho daño. Con sus habilidades mentales y tales que es sin nada. Sí.
Return to the skies. Get to work.
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
My mythical beast!
Fulfill our pact. Suffer the wrath of Eastling. Ninjutsu.
Oh, so sorry.
Up to it, Manzai!
Keep lolling. Eat Papa. Get him. Come on out.
Don't get frostbite.
My mythical beast!
Show no mercy. You two. Time to end them.
Cool it!
Ninjutsu.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Keep lolling. Eat Papa. Get him.
Dodge this!
Many happy returns! Alley-oop!
¡Tarán! Listo. Ahora tenemos este PB. Tenemos todas estas que ya hicimos ayer. Reclamar todo. Vamos a 7 una vez. Entonces nos falta jefes, gemas, dominios, cargos, fabricar piezas de decoración y fabricar cosas. Bueno.
Metaphors speak for themselves.
Vamos a recogerlas. No trae nada de gato ahora que salir de esa cosa que no salió más. Vale, por invitación, ¿cuál es más ahí? Oh, salieron Nefer. Wow. Robio. Vuelo tabernero. Wow, hay nuevas cartas, pero no tengo plata. Hidroánimo. Al ser que comienza la fase de acción se aplica un aumento de costo a la carta de mayor costo actual de las unidades de la mano rival. La primera carta todos. Pastel de la cara. Debe ser perfectamente dados alimentos menos aproximadas veces a la idea. Wow. 4. Nosotros buscar una carta con un coste actual de dados alimentarios igual superior de 3 crean un dado alimentar la otra. De acá completamos esta. Bien, ya estamos en 8. Y acá tenemos ya vamos a usar el extracto. Está bueno. Oiga, esto también está medio bueno. Esto también está medio bueno. Puede que después lo utilicemos para algo. Nada, no me da nada. Listo. Y ahora vamos a ver el gachapón. Pam, param. Wow. Sí, sí, es sacar ya de Mico que no la tengo. Faltan dos. Falta dos para lanzar. Bueno, pues ahora vamos a hacer. Entonces. Vamos a sacar al oro.
Converge. I live within you.
Listo. Bueno.
Use of force.
A new movie rises. Begone. Our little secret. Divine light. Such defiance. Without further ado.
Si no era la pelotica que allá al otro lado del mapa.
Begone. Heaven's will made must. A moonlit night for all. The sound of the lake will
¡Tarán! Listo, nos íbamos a entregar.
Thank you for completing.
¡Tarán!
Add Astra.
Con esto terminamos. Entonces ahora 15 veces completa los segmentos del libro rey. Completa desafíos de dominio. Un montón de cosas por hacer. Faltan 180 para completar las 80 para lanzar.
What am I now?
Vamos a ir a buscar el evento, a ver qué trata el evento.
What? Is Paimon seeing this? Is that a Dodoko?
¿Sabes por qué he visto muchos locos últimamente?
No! There really is a Dodoko over there! And it looks just like... It looks like Marmalade!
Tremendo, por fin ha sido conquistado por los locos.
Oh my, what a coincidence this is. Traveler, Paimon.
Why is there something so fishy about here? He's such a powerful fortune teller. Use the word coincidence.
Perhaps, but it's no lie. This truly is a pleasant surprise. As a descender from beyond this world, the traveler's fate is not anchored in Tevat. Hence why most fortune tellers, including myself, are unable to predict your future. Hence why most fortune tellers, including myself, are unable to predict your future. But happily, this particular coincidence couldn't have been any more fortuitous. I recently happened to glimpse a peculiar omen. And since I had some free time, I decided to perform a brief divination and follow the omen's course. Just for a spot of fun, you understand. Oh yes, and while I was following this omen, I caught a few ethereal threads of fate and glimpsed the faces of their owners. Here, take a look for yourselves.
Vaya, los que no son absolutamente todo.
See? Didn't I tell you? Someone with so many friends was bound to recognize them all.
Paris?
Hi, you two. It's been a while, hasn't it? I thought I'd lend a hand with Barbie's divination.
Indeed, if Alice hadn't insisted, I'd have treated these names as minor variables and discarded them from the divination.
But then you would have missed out on this fun little excursion, wouldn't you? Besides, as mages, we couldn't possibly disappoint the little cuties involved in the prophecy now, could we? It's the dream of every child to receive wonderful gifts, go on grand undertakings, and watch mysterious prophecies unfold. Which is all to say, we simply had to see this one through.
And there's no point arguing with Alice. Anyway, if I can gather these minor variables together, I should be able to adjust my divination. So here I am, seeking them out, and if possible, offering them a little fortune telling. I don't have time to go around divining things like that, but I'm sure it won't be long.
Is that why you've set up this stall? So you can sit and wait for them to arrive?
Don't worry, I'm not just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. This Dodoko is simply a stand-in. I'm still working on my research.
That's right. And I installed sensors on Barbie's Dodoko. As soon as the right person shows up, she'll receive an instant notification. And Dodoko will give a happy little wiggle to make sure our visitors are drawn on in.
What are you doing back here? Take your arm off that. You'll knock my scryglass onto the floor. And hold that cup steady. I don't want you spilling hot chocolate on my manuscripts.
All right, keep your hat on. Just 1 second. There you go, Barbie. This one's yours. I hardly put any sugar in it, I promise.
When you say hardly any sugar, I can't help but feel like we're not speaking the same language.
Back to business. After we followed up on Barbie's divination, I was hoping to gather everyone up, everyone involved, that is, and throw a huge party. I've even decided how we can send out the invitations. Don't worry, I've already picked out the most beautiful birds available. Picture it. In the dead of night, a huge, pure white bird flies through your window with a mysterious letter in its beak. Then you open it, and a whole new world appears before your eyes.
Unfortunately, as I told Alice, doing that would only serve to disrupt the path of fate. Besides, dealing with such small prophecies is a real pain, so it's off the cards.
Fate is such a spoilsport. Nevertheless, we can still have a party. When the time is right, I'll invite everyone myself. And as I do hate waiting for parties, Traveler, Paimon, can I leave the job of bringing your friends here to this stall to you?
¿Vamos a hacer eso?
Then we'd be the ones disrupting the path of fate, right?
Seeing as the people in the prophecy already have ties to the traveler, in theory, their fates are already intertwined. If the traveler steps in to invite them and hurry things along, it shouldn't have too large an effect on the divination.
Reliable as always. For the sake of the party, it's in your hands. I promise to save you the best seats, closest to the cake. Barbie, why are you tearing that paper apart? What are you doing?
I'm using it to plug my ears. Between you and Nicole, if my head isn't hurting, then my ears are. Ugh, I miss Octavia.
Respeta las misiones del oráculo. Para desbloquear talentos adicionales para los proyectos correspondientes, además las habilidades, efectos que utilización de algunos de ellos también cambiarán. En la misión de oráculo, la bruja corresponde a un personaje específico que tiene el personaje que corresponde y mejorarla hasta nivel 70 para desbloquear su misión. Bárbaro. Desde algo que ya, si lo vienes a una misión, me temo que no es un mejor momento. Mira, gente, desde que permanece aquí, en realidad no tengo que buscar otras cosas. Necesitan más de mis especiales. No te preocupes, cuando llegue la persona a resolución, no hay sueldo.
Huh? Isn't that Mizuki and her two mini Baku? Are they talking to Barbalov already?
Traveler and Paimon? Lady Barbalov was just talking about you. I was wondering if we might cross paths. It seems like fate has already arranged our meeting place.
That's okay. That's okay.
I suppose you could say that. If the prep work for this educational film about psychology I'm doing goes smoothly, I should indeed have time for some leisure. Though until then, I still need to focus on my work.
¿Para qué no llevamos la puerta de terapia?
Whoa! Films can do that? That's amazing!
It's a new idea I came up with. Back when I was promoting Isa Bathhouse, I took inspiration from Fontanian cinema and recorded a few variety show episodes. People seemed to love it. Not only did they watch every episode, they even remembered all the psychological concepts we showcased. So I thought, why not make a few films about mental disorders as a fun and educational way to explain basic psychological concepts? If I can raise everyone's basic awareness, perhaps people can develop a more objective understanding of what mental disorders are. Perhaps I can stop people from blindly dismissing these conditions as made-up nonsense, or treating them like some terrifying boogeyman. And maybe my future therapy sessions will go a little more smoothly. That's right. After all, illnesses of the mind are invisible and hard to pin down. Trying to get a hold on them, or even just detecting their existence, is sometimes far from easy. But even I don't know how to pin them down to fit neatly into a script. I'm a bit embarrassed to admit it, but even though I've written quite a few papers about mental health, I'm completely stuck when it comes to writing a film script. Sometimes I stay cooped up in my room all day, endlessly going over a few lines of dialogue or a few seconds of plot. Even then, I might come away with nothing to show at the end of it.
Maybe you're just missing a little spark of inspiration. When Paimon and the Traveler get stuck on one thing, we do something else, and then, ding! The answer just pops into our heads.
It seems like great minds think alike, Paimon. That's why I came here, to experience a form of divination quite unlike the fortune slips I'm used to. I'm hoping this mage's lunar arcana can bring me some fresh inspiration.
Inspiration. Anya once said that she wanted to write a fairy tale for every card in the lunar arcana. But there were so many stories she wanted to write, and so little time. Since you're looking for inspiration, go ahead and draw a card, Miss Yokai. I hope that mage's unfinished fairy tale can lead you to the inspiration for your own story.
All right, Lady Barbaroth. But most of what I know about divination relates to the Grand Narukami Shrine. Fortune-telling with cards is a first for me. If I do anything that breaks the proper ritual etiquette, please set me straight.
Oh my, the reversed moon. The upright and reversed meanings of the moon are similar. Escapism, illusion, self-deception. Like someone traveling beneath a dark moon, having lost their way forward, but not knowing how to break free.
Yeah. Why does the meaning of this card sound like a warning? Paimon's got a really bad feeling about this.
However, since Miss Yume Mizuki can still hear this prophecy, it means the situation is not yet too dire. With a little effort, you may be able to exit the haze that obscures your path ahead and find what you seek.
Escapism, illusion, and self-deception?
Taking the card at face value, yes. To put it more plainly, you're running from an answer that's right before your eyes, searching far when you should be looking near.
Are you saying there's someone who can reveal my script standing right in front of me?
It's not limited to just the script, but how you interpret the meaning behind the card is entirely up to you.
The answer is right in front of my eyes, yet I'm searching far when I should be looking near. I think I understand what you're getting at. When you put it like that, I really have been deceiving myself. Or rather, I couldn't help but search far when I should be looking near. I thought about visiting Yae Publishing House and asking Guja Yae for advice, but then... From a clinical perspective, I suppose this counts as unconscious avoidance. Thank you for your divination, Lady Barbaroth. You really helped me find inspiration after all.
There's no need to thank me. I did nothing. You untangled the threads of fate yourself. I merely placed the loose ends in your hands. However, Guji Yae is also someone swept along by fate. Intertwining threads often bring trouble. With that in mind, keeping your distance wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
If I simply asked for some feedback on my script, surely that wouldn't bring fate into the mix, would it?
As I said, how you interpret things is not up to me, Miss Yume Mizuki. I cannot see every twist in your future from reading a single card. Who can perceive every obstacle on the path of fate before it trips them up? Sometimes it's just like that little brat said. Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted. Anyway, Miss Yokai, I look forward to watching your film.
Escucha la historia de anime, sácame aquí. Protección. Ningún miembro del equipo será derrotado al perder vida. Aumenta considerar la recarga en el representante. Durante el combate, personas prismas brillantes en el campo de batalla proporcionan que única en el campo estapular. Laticinos, se les termina de escuchar las suyas de
Oh, nice command.
Bad dreams be gone! Ugh, a cheap shot, time to relax.
Don't be scared.
Yachan, Taechan, let's go! Turn that frown upside down.
Oh, nice command.
Bad dreams be gone! Time to relax.
Don't be scared.
Cast your worries to the wind. Sweet dreams.
Finally,
la vieja. Sí, nomás eso. Oh. Kiki.
One.
Mizuki. Me enseñan los envíos. Menos que complican unos 1000%. Hostia mental. En realidad no tengo la función de reír. 100%. Talento adicional. Talento adicional. Aumentará que entre 1000% su maestría mental hasta que solo se puede activar una vez cada 2 plus 2. Mega sueño, la maestría mental de las personas cercanas aumentará una 10 o qué. Maestría mental, bueno, pues 7000, pegué a 7000.
You can't help me fix this annoying affliction either.
Precisely. It's already too deeply intertwined with your fate. Imagine your destiny is a tree. This affliction is like a new shoot growing from its branches. It's been helping you absorb sunlight and dew this whole time. It, long ago, began to shape your fate. If you cut it off now, the wound left behind might fester, infecting the entire tree.
Huh. You make it sound like it's a good thing. It's clearly getting in my way, keeping me from mixing the drinks I need. It's more like one of those vines that wrap around the trunks of giant trees, restricting their growth and slowly strangling them.
Well, if that were the case, your fate would have rejected it, and we could have easily pruned it away. Unfortunately for you, it's not at all what you say it is. All right, enough talk. That should be enough to convince you I'm a legitimate fortune teller, yes? Now, just like I told you, come here and pick a card at random. And let me give you a little advice about your future.
So I just pick one at random. Okay. How about this one? No, wait! This one!
Don't overthink it. No matter how you choose, you can only ever draw the card that's destined for you.
Oh, this fortune teller's laugh is so creepy! She's just like an old witch from a fairy tale. But since she's so good at it, her advice could prove really helpful. I have to choose my card carefully. Huh? Traveler? Paimon?
True to form. Here you are at just the right moment. Well said. Compared to an intangible thing like fate, commissions have a far more intuitive effect on shaping our words and deeds. Now, seeing as you're here, perhaps you could have a word with this little one. She doesn't seem very trusting of an old witch like me.
Well, it's not so easy to trust a weird-looking fortune teller who's set up stall in the middle of nowhere. Oh, the traveler seems to know this fortune teller pretty well. Great. I can finally have someone I trust. Traveler? Paimon? Come over here for a sec. I need to talk to you in private. Looking for new ingredients, of course. My previous approach to mixing drinks was far too narrow-minded. I kept limiting myself to actual food. Paimon wouldn't exactly call the things you put in your drinks food, Diona. Well, it's all technically edible, as long as you grit your teeth and close your eyes. It's stuff you can force yourself to swallow. Exactly! I've already found a bunch of rusted screws, scrapped cables, coagulated chunks of grease, dust bunnies, toe jam. And it's all thanks to that guy from the Fontaine Research Institute who makes Fanta. He's been a real help. Well, I heard that really tasty fizzy drink stuff comes from the Fontaine Research Institute, so I headed over to take a look. When I got there, Mr. Henry let me try a few bottles of the new Fanta flavors. Completely out of the house. Mr. Henry doesn't smell of alcohol at all. Nope, he just smells like fun, sweet and tangy. What's different? You can tell he's a reliable sort of grown-up. And he was the one who suggested I come to this stall. He said my affliction is probably beyond the Research Institute's ability to analyze. But he heard that this weird fortune teller who showed up recently near the Court of Fontaine, apparently everyone who's been here says she's crazy accurate. Maybe if you get your fortune told, you'll learn something about what's causing your affliction. If you grasp the principles behind it, perhaps you could find a cure. Well, hard to argue with that logic. Guess he didn't end up becoming a researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute for nothing. So I came here to see the fortune teller. As soon as I walked over, she stopped me and said there was a strange disturbance surrounding me. Before I could ask, she blurted out all the answers to my questions.
But the scientific logic of the Fontaine Research Institute doesn't directly apply to divination. Even if you understand the principles, it doesn't mean the solution will be easy to come by. Just like I told you, mysticism isn't built of bearings and bolts, and I can't simply repair your fate for you.
Oh, are you telling me nothing can be changed? Then what's the point of drawing a card?
By drawing a card, you may just find a tiny missing gear to fit into the wheel of fate. It may seem insignificant, but when installed correctly, the tiniest gears can still drive massive mechanisms.
You're not just humoring me, are you? Trevor, what do you think?
Confirmado.
All right, if you say so. Then I'll take one. All right, here we go. Looks like it's...
Oh my, how strange. To think the disturbance surrounding you has grown with such vigor. It's no longer a shoot, but a sturdy branch. How curious.
Huh? What are you saying? Does this mean the drinks I mix will taste even better from now on?
If we judge solely by your affliction, that would indeed be the case. Furthermore, the card you drew is the reversed High Priestess, which means you've been too focused on the illusions before the veil, which is precisely why you've been unable to pass through it for so long.
That doesn't sound like it has anything to do with mixing drinks. I thought this card would tell me what ingredients I need to use.
The lunar arcana aren't known for creating recipes. At least, not yet. But mixing drinks isn't the only way to find the answers you're looking for.
The answer is to teach those old booze hounds a lesson, so they never get drunk and cause trouble again.
You're certainly driven, but while your body moves forward, your heart remains stuck.
That's not true. I hate those weird old drunkards from the bottom of my heart, especially...
I see. Then, have you talked to the one who fills your heart the
Hello,
most?
Mystic.
What? How did you know I was thinking about one person in particular? I didn't even...
Through divination, of course. Perhaps you should cast aside your impatience and confused emotions and tell him how you truly feel. You might find it more effective than trying to mix the most disgusting drinks in the world.
What? There's no way he'll listen. Once he started drinking, he doesn't listen to anyone.
Perhaps that was true before, but now you found a tiny gear from the wheel of fate. Return to its rightful place. Certain things might undergo subtle changes.
You mean that? But it is just a card.
Of course not that. I'm talking about your heart. Something which has already begun to change.
My heart hasn't changed at all. Now, I need to go look for ingredients. How much is the divination fee? I can pay it in full.
Oh my, what a well-mannered child. Much more endearing than that other little brat. But there's no need for a fee. Just consider this a gift from a witch.
Thank you. If you ever come to Mondstadt, I can treat you to a drink. I guarantee it'll taste delicious.
Mondstadt, you say? Yes, if I get the chance, that might not be such a terrible idea.
And thank you for helping me out, Traveler in Paimon. No matter the trouble, Paimon and the Traveler will swoop in and save the day. But swooping in is thirsty work. So once we're done, we wouldn't say no to some of your tasty drinks, Diona. It's a deal. Next time you're in Mondstadt, I'll treat you to the best drinks you ever tasted. The kind with absolutely zippo alcohol.
By the way, if you have any more questions about your card, look for someone named Mona. You probably already know who I'm talking about.
Mona? Yeah, I know her. She always orders the cheapest drinks. Is she a powerful fortune teller too?
Ha! She's nowhere near my level.
Still.
She should be up to the task of reading the lunar arcana. Otherwise, she might as well hang up her hat. Just tell her you've brought a prophecy on behalf of the mighty astromancer Barbaloth Trismegistus as a test. Don't worry. As long as you say that, she'll do her best to interpret it for you.
I think I got that. Astromancer Barbaloth Trismegistus. Nyota! That's a long name. Come to think of it, isn't Mona's name really long too? I think it was the what was it again?
La historia ya no. Y en el momento que se ha derrotado al perder la vida, aumentará conseguir la requerida energía, entonces lo mismo. Oráculo de la bruja, selecciona exquisita. A ver, selección exquisita. Durante 20 segundos después de usar la habilidad elemental se paró de lado Diona dispara 3 garras heladas adicionales con el equipo profesional superconductor estelar. Además las dispara de forma no generada a partir de elemental ni cráneos que para un enemigo. Este efecto solo puede activarse en una vez cada 3.6 minutos. Además Diona entrará en estado esplendor superconductor estelar y se encuentra dentro de un campo de estrella polar. Falta Baidu.
If you ever want to trade tactics.
Bueno,
Of course. I'm always happy to show off my masterpiece. I even did the illustrations.
en blanco por hoy. Gracias a todos por vernos. Nos vemos mañana.